Yeah. Ice. Yo. Manish on the beat, shebang. All of my ops, they dead. Why do they gas me up? Where does it go? My head. How much I got? A lot. Don't leave again, I won't. Thinking and trying to be dude like Bryson. Pussy ass nigga.
Alright guys, what's up? I just realized I don't got my watch on, but it is currently, check the phone, 5:03 in the morning. This is day one of a week in the life that I plan on doing, just documenting individual days. There's some things I want to get into and things I want to change, some habits I'm working on fixing. One of the things being of which is reading more, all right? So I want to get into reading more, whether it's an audio book, physical book, actual, media like that. It's kind of stop the doom scrolling on the phone. With that being said, the books I will be reading so far, as far as audiobook, I got Avatar, The Last Airbender, The Awakening of Roku. That's what I've been listening to lately. So, when I'm on the road, that's probably what I'll be listening to today. And just as of yesterday, I picked up, because I want to get into the Stephen King books. I picked up The Dark Tower 1, The Gunslinger, I believe. And so I'm going to try and sit down and read that. I've been wanting to get into the Stephen King books and read their books or listen to their books and then watch the movie Parallels. But from what I've heard, there is no Dark Tower motion picture or, movie or TV show or anything like that. As of last week, I just finished The Mist, the audiobook, and then over the weekend watched the movie. So that was pretty cool and interesting to do. And from what I've heard, The Mist ties into The Dark Tower. So I'm, excited to get into that and see the parallels and how, if I can even piece together, because I hear it's not blatantly stated, it's all subtle. So I'm excited to get into that. Also want to kind of just get back into just casual, cozy gaming. With that being said, it's going to be maybe I'll hop on a Switch 2. Maybe I'll be playing on the PlayStation or, just spend some time gaming, spend some time reading, stop doom scrolling as much. Kind of also maybe watch a little less YouTube this week. My screen time for YouTube is usually pretty high because it's the main thing I consume. And then there's the other stuff, which would be stuff on Peacock, Disney Plus, which I don't really consume a lot of stuff on a day-to-day basis. But lately I've been binging Vampire Diaries. So who knows? Maybe, when we eat or when I eat dinner and stuff like that, I might go ahead and pop on a show once I'm done, or, watch an episode instead of watching 3 or 4. Just to kind of get a break from all that stuff and just pick back up on reading. Right now, I'm currently getting ready for work. I have a early morning meeting and I just got on the scale. Let me actually talk about that real quick. And I weighed in at 351, 3 measurements at 350.4, and I got 1 at 351. I will say that I moved the scale onto just one solid tile versus how it was split up, just so I could, make sure it's even. And so maybe we are 351. So I'll go ahead and take the higher of the two evils. And we'll go ahead and write down 351. It's a little discouraging just because all week, all month since we've been dieting, we've been dropping in weight, and it's been pretty cool. I actually just bought a walking pad that was limited for 350 pounds. So I'm pretty sure it's just a little bit of bloat. I didn't have the best weekend as far as eating healthy. I bought some chicken nuggets I thought were going to be pretty healthy. And as I was reading them, they're 13 grams of fat for 21 grams of protein. And I had 3 servings of those. So that shot it up, as well as, the Kodiak English muffins, which I'm actually going to warm up some in a minute because I can eat those and make those fit into my macros. It's just the chicken nuggets. I was yeah, let me go ahead and just kill the bag. That way I don't go into the week with it. So I got a few different things I plan on eating this week as well. But with that being said, we're going to get back into it. Today is actually going to be a rest day from the gym, from cardio and all that. The only thing we're going to be doing physical is just whatever we have to do at work. Tuesday, that's going to be our first day back in the gym. And I'll see about probably, I believe tomorrow, which is Tuesday, my walking pad is supposed to come in. So I'll look into setting that up and probably doing some like cardio at home after my work day. That way we just kind of get back on track and like start burning calories again. I'm finna go ahead and finish sipping on my Ghost and getting ready for work. Gotta prep some stuff, pack a lunch, and get ready to head up out of here because I cannot be late to that meeting. Got my breakfast right here. And I am gonna actually go ahead and just set up basically a quick little YouTube video from some booktubers, just because I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not nervous about reading the book, but there are some books where like it can be really slow. There are some times where I can have trouble just focusing in, and so I just want to make sure I get all the tips I need in order to finish strong with this. Currently, The Dark Tower, I believe, is 400 pages, at least according to Apple Books. It might be a little bit less. I could be wrong about that. But the one that we're going to read is about 400 pages. I would like to finish it by the end of the week. Hopefully we can finish it sooner. But I just want to make sure, I take all the tips and clues that they give, that they provide, and, use them to the best of my ability. As far as our macros go for the breakfast sandwiches, these, by the way, are 2 Park Kodiak City, I guess that's what they're called. It's from the Kodiak cakes, basically. The same company that makes the Kodiak cake pancake mix and like frozen pancakes. And with these 2 right here that we have on this plate, we're sitting at 40 grams of protein, 44 grams of carbs, and 20 grams of fat. Which is why I say, I could eat this and kind of monitor the fats for the rest of the day. Versus those nuggets, it was like 21 grams of protein for 6 of them, 13 grams of fat. And so I was just like, you know what, I already messed up a little bit over the weekend, celebrating and stuff like that. I'm like, we'll go ahead and just call this it, and then we'll get back onto it. But one thing I'm kind of thinking about switching from these. I've seen Jimmy Dean has like a high protein, like breakfast sandwich, similar. I will say, if you get the Kodiak cakes, like pancake breakfast sandwich, significantly higher in fat. Significantly higher. I haven't even tried them just because of how much higher they are. But I think Jimmy Dean has a breakfast sandwich. Per sandwich is 18 grams of protein, 7 grams of fat. And so I'm like, would it make more sense to switch over to that? Because then 2 of them would be not 40 grams of protein, but it would be, 18 plus 18, 36 grams of protein. So we'd be missing out with 4 grams of protein, but we'd also be missing out because 7 plus 7, 14, we'd be missing out on 6 grams of fat. Yeah, I think about it and really think like, maybe if we were trying to cut a little bit more aggressively, we'd switch to it. But I'm enjoying these, so I'm gonna stick with it.
Can I forgive? I can't. What do I need? Some head. Shorty keep asking a date. She tryna finesse Poly Market for bread. Where's the beef? It's cooked. Where's the boy? He's booked. Don't even recognize none of these things at the top of the charts. I look. Am I upset? A bit. That's when you drop. Well, shit. I did press play on that hoe. Mid, skip. What should I take? A trip. Who should I take? His bitch. Tennis lessons with a Nike skirt on and an ass popping out. You're 6. Where's a goat? They need one. The mirror's right here. I see one. My nigga don't know how to pay me back, so he said next hat he catches a free one. What kind of clip? Extendo. What kind of switch? Not Nintendo. Not hanging out with friends though. They hanging out the window. What's up with gang? We back. What's in my raps? It's facts. She said she missed me all caps. Gotta ain't better than that. What's up with life? It's lit. But I know it get better than that. I know it get better than that. I know it get better than that.
Alright, so it is now lunchtime, technically, so to speak. I realized I forgot to pack like protein chips this morning. And I was like in an absolute rush. Like I was almost running late to the meeting. So I didn't have time to actually just, pack something. And so what I ended up doing was right before I'm finna get to my last stop of the day. It's currently 12:52. It's a large account. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat something. So I went in there into the gas station and I got some of these right here. I was like, I can't find baked chips anywhere, and the whole time they're right in front of my face. So I got some baked chips. So far today, all I've been doing while working, while driving, anything, is I've been listening to The Awakening of Roku. And the craziest part about it is I'm just now finding out that basically I should have started with The Reckoning of Roku. That I thought the awakening happened before the reckoning. So that's my fault. I didn't do the research on the books. I don't know if I'll go back and reread or go back and read or go back and listen to The Reckoning of Roku. Learning some more about the Avatar world that I didn't know about. And it's crazy because when I first started the audiobook, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was a little disinterested. I saw some of the reviews. They were saying like, it's a good story, but the narration isn't there. And I got it from Apple Books. So if you guys are wondering who narrated it, that's who narrated it. You just look on Apple Books. I will say it was kind of boring in the beginning. I chalk it up to the narration, or it's the fact that usually when I'm getting into books, they're always slow in the beginning. So like I kind of have to fight to stay in there. Had to make sure I grab my drink. So we got a Dr. Pepper. I don't know if you guys saw this when I was first. Usually this stuff is good at like autofocusing in, but I think I got it on the wrong thing. Let's see. Nah, it's human recognition. I don't know. It is what it is. But I got this, and I got me my little sandwich from earlier that I've been waiting to try. It's my first time trying the keto bread and stuff, so that's that. And got these chips that we're gonna throw in with it. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna listen to some more of this Roku book. But yeah, just want to update you guys on that real quick. It's a rest day, and we're currently at 429 calories burnt. Like I said, I really did too much. I had a meeting at the office. I had to drive out about 40 minutes back to my side of town, and service a stop. Was there for about an hour. Drove probably like 10 minutes to the stop I just finished. Was there for about an hour. This next stop was gonna be like the big deal. It's the big potatoes, the meaty potatoes. No small fry.
Tommen released her energy, causing the lantern's flame to flare like a small explosion. Pebble and Mountain both.
Not gonna lie, that was my first time trying the keto bread. I don't know if it's just because like it's technically it sat out for a minute because it was wrapped in foil since this morning when I made it, but the crust was a little funny. I want to say it was a little stiff. I don't know. The cheese melted, so I'm like maybe. I did just put it right here on the dashboard, like I think before I started my last stop, just because I was like, yeah, it was a little toasty or whatever. Don't know what the actual keto bread tastes like if you just pull out the pack and eat it. So I don't know. Would I eat it again or would I get it again? Yeah, it's bearable. I could do it. It's not. I'm not suffering or nothing. So I'm like, I'll probably definitely keep getting this bread. Excuse me. One thing I was worried about was it being, I guess, higher in fat because it's keto. So I know it's gonna be trying to be like lower in carb. But I think it's just a little bit higher in protein. So I gotta like relook at it and just make sure that like it's more efficient and cost efficient to just get this over that. One thing I will say is I'm like maybe I could have used a second sandwich, but who knows? I still got like the rest of these chips. It was just one. I still got the rest of these chips, and on top of that, I still have a protein bar on me. Like all last week, whenever I would get hungry, like I would just pull out my protein bar and I'd have an extra protein shake on me, and like that would actually fill me up. So I think by the time I finish my drink, pour up another bottle of water, and maybe eat my protein bar if I'm still hungry by that point, we'll be good. But as far as we know right now, that's what it is. We're in manual focus. I'm just now realizing that. Herb finished my lunch, so I could go ahead. Herb finish his last stop or knock out his last stop. I'm gonna be here for a minute. I could check in with you guys when I leave. Like I'm literally around the corner from it. Like if I get out right now,
I go to the street and I fall down. By the time I stand up, I'd be at the location. That's how close I am. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead, finish this, go to the stop, do my job, so I can go ahead and get off, and we can start the rest of the actual day in life. I'm really excited to go ahead and start reading that Stephen King book, the actual physical reading. I don't want to start right now just because I'm like, I'm not gonna sit here forever and read it, and I don't want to, like, what if I get to a part that's good and I don't want to put it down? I gotta finish working, you know. This is a quick little lunch break. So I'm gonna finish listening to the rest of this, do my job. Later today, I believe we need to meet up with my guy Big Luther. Probably picking up a shirt from him. If you guys don't know, you won't know. My boy Big Luther just won the Reality of Wrestling Glory Championship at Summer of Champions. I was supposed to go to Summer of Champions, as a matter of fact. Once I found out he won the Last Stand Rumble and he was challenging for the Glory Championship at Summer of Champions, I literally bought my ticket and I ended up picking up a Saturday shift that day. And I ended up getting sent all the way out to Cyprus. So I didn't even get a chance to like finish my route like I would have. And so I had to go back and start finishing my route. And by that point, by the time I finished everything, like the show had already been going on for an hour. And then the area that I was in was already, like I was like in Cyprus almost, was like from there to Texas City. Like I just wasn't going to make it to the show in time. So ended up missing the show. Ended up, lost money out on the ticket, but it is what it is. Just got to the crib, finished up the work day at 6:22. We finished a little bit earlier, and just made it back home. I was gonna go in there and like prep some food, make something to eat, but I was supposed to get rid of these AC units like last week. Supposed to take them to the neighbor's house, so just got home. I'm gonna see if the neighbors are home to see if I can take them over there, which I have no clue at all because one of their cars is missing. So I don't know. I don't know. I might down this protein bar. I might go knock over there and see if they're there. They usually we give them like our like old AC units and stuff. They do something with it. I think sell it for parts. I don't know what they do with it, but it gets it off of our hand. And so my wife didn't ask me to get the stuff out, and so I'm like, let me go ahead and do that today before I get home. Well, not before I get home. I gotta get home before I get settled in and like start relaxing, start chilling before we start on the book. I think I said it already once before. We finished the Avatar Roku book. On top of that, too, I was also mentioning we had to go pick up a shirt from my guy Big Luther. He just let me know. I think, well, not just let me know, but he let me know earlier that he actually like didn't have the inventory for the right size. So we gotta wait for the next shipment to come in, and then we'll pick up that one. So right now, first order of business, I gotta get all the AC units, all the old AC units, all the broken TVs, get those together, and then I need to check with the neighbor to make sure they're there before I even start getting all that stuff together. And then I need to get that together, drop it off to them, go inside, shower, put on some comfy clothes, make something to eat, and then we can relax and wine and dine, start the book. Probably start the book after we eat. I don't see myself eating and reading. I don't see myself eating and reading. I don't know. Did it rhyme? I don't know. All right, look, that's enough of that. Just updating you guys on what's going on right now. I also don't know how this footage is looking. I was messing with a setting on my camera, and I don't know if I took out a log, because now it's looking like regular colors. It's not looking like washed into where I gotta color grade it and edit it, which is what I want to do. I want to color grade the footage and edit it so it looks better. Although I will say I think my color grading needs a little bit of work. But who knows? Maybe I still gotta color grade this, and this will fix my color grading needing work. I don't know. Anyway, that's enough of that, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get all this started so I can get ready to chill and relax after a long day at work. I've been up since 4 a.m. It's 6:25. So let me get going, man. Let me get going. No gym today, so just legit rest. I'm about to say we got the book right here that we're reading. So 23 pages in, half the pages like an intro or a monologue or something of the sort. So that was something I wasn't used to. I actually just went ahead and skipped it. Hope it wasn't important. Just want to get back meat and potatoes of the story. So back to it.
Benicia on the beach, shebang. All of my ops, they dead. Why do they gas me up? Where does it go? My head. How much I got? A lot. Don't leave again, I won't. Thinking of trying me, do like Bryson, pussy ass nigga. Don't. 40, what's up, shebang? All of my ops, they dance. What am I now, possessed? How do I feel to refresh? Secrets I know got you stressed.